All right. So, how do we start a catering business from home? A step by step guide. In this video, I'm going to give you a breakdown of all the steps that you need and give you a brief understanding. The 10 steps I would definitely recommend you take. These are some of the things that I've learned over the years that I have had. When I had my Italian bakery, we did catering as well. And this is some of the things that really made it more easier and more efficient to work with. Of course, every bit of a small business is a challenge. I've been operating my food business for over 14 years with my wife, and it is a up and down challenge every day, but it is something that definitely is exciting to do. So you've got a passion for cooking. That's great. But now you're thinking about turning that passion into a home based catering business. Now, that's a fantastic idea. So we're going to walk through step by step, give you the 10 things that you need to do in order to make that happen. Let's dive right into it. Number one, step one, get clear on your vision for your catering business. First things first is let's get it clear on what you want your catering business to look like. Are you planning to focus on specific type of cuisine, like maybe Italian or barbecue? Or maybe you want a catering in a particular audience, like corporate events or weddings, for instance. Having a clear vision will guide all the decisions that you make moving forward. Plus, it'll make it easier to communicate what you offer to potential customers and clients. Step two, though, you want to check out the legal stuff. So I know paperwork is, of course, not the most exciting part, but it's got to get done. Depending on where you live now, this is really important. You'll need to look into the licenses and permits required to run catering business from your home. Actually, some states do allow it if you've got a separate kitchen. This might include getting like a business license, a food handler's permit, and possibly even a kitchen inspection to make sure that your setup actually meets health and safety standards. Now, the good news is that most of this is pretty straightforward. Your local health department can actually guide you through what will be necessary in order for you to achieve this. Step three is going to be to set up your kitchen, setting up of the kitchen itself. Now, your kitchen is going to be kind of like your command center, okay? So you want to make sure it's ready for action. You may need to actually invest in some additional equipment, like larger pots or pans or storage containers or units like that. It's also a good idea to create a dedicated space for prepping and storing your ingredients to keep everything organized. And of course, don't forget about food safety. Stock up on things like your food thermometers, sanitizers, hair nets to keep your operation squeaky clean. And of course, anything else that will help you run efficiently. Step four is creating that menu. So now comes the fun part, deciding what delicious dishes you're actually going to offer. Start by focusing on what you do best. Okay. Something that you're good at, you might want to accentuate that because that's something you're going to be doing all the time with your business. So make sure it's something that you do, that you enjoy, and that you like making, and you can do it very well. So, do you have any signature dishes that everyone raves about? Start with those. Those should definitely make the cut and be part of your menu. Keep your menu manageable at first with a few solid options actually that can be prepared easily and consistently. Now, as you grow, of course, you can always expand your offerings into more different food dishes and lineups. Step five, pricing your services. Now, pricing can feel a little bit of a puzzle, but don't worry, we'll figure this out together. You'll want to make sure that you're covering all your costs, including ingredients, time, packaging, and delivery expenses too. Don't forget about gas. Then you want to add the margin that gives you a profit, but still keeps you competitive in the marketplace. It's all about finding the balance between where you feel like you're being paid fairly for the hard work that you're putting, but you also want to make a good value for your customer. And that's something that you need to kind of experiment with because every single type of menu has different price points and costs. So is there just, Damien, is there something like a flat fee or a percentage I could do? Normally, no, because everything kind of varies. So you need to figure out what really works best for you to keep you in business, but of course, not to overprice yourself. Step six, build your brand. Now, even though you're running your business from home, you want to make it look and feel professional. Start by coming up with a business name, of course, that reflects the style and type of food that you offer. From there, you want to consider creating a simple logo, setting up some basic websites also as well. If you can't do that yourself, check out the links down below. There are a lot of people on Fiverr who can actually help you create websites for a few $100. It's definitely worth doing because that way you'll have a great looking site. And you want to get active on social media as well. It doesn't have to be too fancy, just enough to give people a sense of who you are and what you do. And then as you evolve, you can always change things. You can make them look different. But you want to remember, your brand is more than just a simple logo. It's actually an experience you create for your clients, especially in the catering industry. Step seven, you want to spread the word. So now that you've got everything in place, it's time to let people know you're open for business and you're ready to start catering. Start by reaching out to friends, family, or even local community groups. It's a great way to spread the word about your business. Offer to cater a few small events or even host a tasting party to get your food in front of people, even if it happens to be for free, because that way you can kind of iron out the wrinkles in a sense. If you have an event that you did, you can figure out what works and what doesn't. Word of mouth, of course, is incredibly powerful, especially in food businesses. So you might also want to consider offering a special deal or a discount to get those first few clients in the door. Step 8, take your first orders. So when those first orders, of course, start to come in, and they will, it's going to be feeling quite amazing. You're going to get excited and get this rush of adrenaline because you've got your business up and running. It may be a little nerve-wracking too, but you want to take a couple deep breaths and remember that you got this. Make sure to communicate clearly with your clients about what they can expect from your catering business, and give yourself plenty of time, of course, to prepare and deliver the food. The first few gigs, of course, might feel a little bit on the learning curve side, and that's okay, but that's totally normal. Just focus on delivering great food and excellent service, and then see where the cards fall. Step 9, gathering that feedback. So after each event, take a moment to gather some feedback from your clients. What did they love? Was there anything that they thought could actually be improved? Because this feedback is going to be gold. It's going to be worth a lot to you. Because that way, moving forward, you can fine tune your offerings and ensure that every event is better than the last one. Okay. Plus, happy clients are more likely to actually refer you to other people and even come back again. And that's the best kind of marketing that there is. So step 10, you want to keep learning and growing. Starting that catering business from home is just the beginning. As you gain experience, you'll start to find your groove and your new opportunities will come your way. But you want to keep learning, keep yourself open, whether it's through online courses, cooking classes, or even just experimenting with new recipes in your kitchen. Don't be afraid to dream big. And of course, who knows where that journey could take you if you just stick with it, one catering event